So I've been taking ashwagandha for a full year, and I first heard about it on TikTok, which is where you probably heard it as well. And let me tell you, I definitely feel different. So for those who don't know, ashwagandha is a herbal shrub that grows in India. And apparently its roots are known to have extraordinary physical and mental benefits. Now when I first heard about it, I got both excited and intrigued about it. And after doing some research, I decided to give it a try, and here I am a whole year later about to tell you the 5 things that I've noticed after taking ashwagandha for a full year. And I'm also going to answer that big question that a lot of people want to know: did my size get bigger? Stay till the end of the video because I'll let you know. So this right here is the one that I take. You can get it on Amazon. I'll leave the link in the description down below. The dosage for this is 650 milligrams per pill. I started by only taking 1 pill a day, and then I moved up to 2 pills a day. And the recommended dosage is to take 2 capsules twice daily. So 4 capsules, but I take 2 and I've been feeling a lot different. Anyways, getting into the first thing that I noticed after taking ashwagandha was insanely sharpened focus and memory. I'm someone that usually tends to have their mind wander off. Whether I'm in a conversation, whether I'm doing some work and picks up my phone, or whether I'm trying to multitask but I just can't. Now after taking ashwagandha, I realized that my focus was insanely sharpened. Whatever it was that I was doing in that moment, my energy was focused strictly on that. Whether it was working out, doing some work, talking to someone and having a conversation, or just settling with my own thoughts. Whatever it was that I would be doing, I would have no distractions, but it was different because I felt very focused, but in a very organic way. It didn't feel forced, as if I'm taking some sort of medication that's forcing me to focus on something. It was just naturally, whatever it was that I was doing, I wouldn't tend to have my mind drift off and wander off. I would be very intrigued and focused on whatever it is that I'm doing. For example, one big thing is that when I would have a conversation with someone, sometimes I would lose my train of thoughts and I would just get stuck mid-sentence. After taking ashwagandha, that would never happen, just because I would be so focused on what it is that I'm saying and I wouldn't tend to forget. The second big thing that I noticed is way less stress and anxiety. This is probably a very common benefit that you hear in relation with taking ashwagandha. Now the best way I can describe this is that all that little noise in my head kind of just went away. Whether it was me overthinking about a certain action or whether it was me getting worried about a situation, that simply just wouldn't happen anymore. And that made me actually deal with problems better. Whenever there was a situation that I would usually feel more stressed or anxious about, I would be more relaxed towards it, have a better train of thought, and therefore find a better solution for it. The third thing I noticed by taking ashwagandha for a full year was improved sleep. This is actually one of the ways these supplement brands promote ashwagandha as a sleep aid. As you can see right here, it says sleep aid. So yeah, my sleeps were just insanely improved. Not only would I go to sleep a lot quicker, but when I was asleep, I would have a way deeper and way more relaxed sleep. Now I think that might be in relation also with less stress and anxiety, because one thing that might prevent me from sleeping sometimes is at night when I'm trying to go to sleep, but then my mind is just going crazy with thoughts and imaginations and stress and worries. Ashwagandha, like I said, just takes that noise out of your head and you're way more relaxed. And because I had better sleep, I would feel way more energized throughout the day, so it would have that contrast benefit. Now the fourth thing I noticed with ashwagandha, and this is kind of a weird one because it depends on the person. It's basically that when you take ashwagandha, and you've probably heard this before, you don't really give a fuck about anything. Some people say they become completely emotionless and don't react to anything, but I think that just depends on the person. Personally for me, I wouldn't really care about things, but not to the extent where I would be emotionless. My emotions were still there, but I was just able to control them a lot more, and they also wouldn't surface and be enhanced as much. So for example, if I encountered a situation that would usually embarrass me, after taking ashwagandha, I just wouldn't really give a fuck anymore. I wouldn't feel that embarrassed. So to a certain degree, because it takes those worries and that stress away, when it comes to situations where you might get mad, embarrassed, that you might overthink, it prevents that from happening, or at least eases it down. So for me personally, that was a benefit. But for some people, they say that it makes them too much emotionless, or they just really don't care about anything anymore. And number 5, this was a really big one, is that I found that my social confidence got increased so much. It made it so that when I went in any social gathering, social situation, meeting new people, whatever it was, I didn't care as much as I did before. So before, I would be more in my head about, oh, what will the person think about me? What should I say? Don't say something too embarrassing. Don't say something wrong. Make sure the conversation is flowing. But then when I started taking ashwagandha, I wouldn't think that. Everything would just flow very nicely. I would be talking and I wouldn't be thinking about my next step. I wouldn't be thinking about what the person is thinking about me. And that overall just made me way more confident in social settings and made me talk and elaborate so much better. So personally for me, ashwagandha has been a great add-on to my life. It didn't make me feel any negative effects. If anything, it was mostly positive effects. Now, like I mentioned, it does affect everybody differently. I mean, if you're a person that tends to already not really care that much, if you take ashwagandha, it might make you emotionless, who knows? But if you are someone that tends to stress and be anxious a lot of times, you're always in your head, then maybe you should consider taking it. Maybe it will help you out. Start with a smaller dosage and then maybe increase it as you go. Now, obviously, I'm not no health professional, so don't take my advice for it. I suggest that you consult a health professional, a doctor, before considering or taking it. I'm just telling you my experience and my point of view after taking it for a full year. Oh, and also, yeah, still the same size. That's my take on taking ashwagandha for a full year. I will definitely continue to take it every single day just because it's been working really well for me. Like I said, the one I take is the Amazon bestseller. I'll leave the link in the description down below if you want to cop it as well. Please make sure to just take 1 second and leave a like on this video. It means so much to me. Also, consider subscribing for more fitness advice, health and wellness, and overall self-help from me to you. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.